Are we good? Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our Connect First session. We're thrilled to have all of you here, whether you're a seasoned attendee or you're attending this conference for the first time. This event is a vibrant platform that's designed to enrich expertise, expand your networks, and enhance your strategic capabilities in business travel. For our first timers, you're about to dive into an incredible opportunity to meet a diverse group of professionals who share your passion and challenges in business travel. We encourage you to take this chance to connect, learn, and grow. Start conversations, exchange cards, and perhaps find new ventures as you go along. We have a packed agenda over the next few days, filled with educational sessions led by our industry leaders, insightful panels, and engaging education sessions. These sessions are crafted to provide you with the latest trends, innovative tools, and practical solutions that you can apply directly to your roles. So make networking your top priority in this next few days. The connections you have here will be probably the biggest takeaway you have. The collective wealth of knowledge and experience in this room alone is the greatest resource that you'll have over the next few days. So a big thank you, first off, to Hyatt Hotels for making today's Connect First gathering even possible. We really do appreciate it. So to start this session off, I'm going to introduce you to Deanna Oyst. She's going to talk to you about making the most of your conference experience.
Can everybody see me? I need a little stool. I know, I should have taken it. Hi, everyone. I'm Deanna Oyce. I'm a buyer. I'm with the Canadian Forces Morale and Welfare Services, and I'm the travel manager for that organization. This is, hands down, the best conference you're going to be attending this year. Why? Because there's over 600 people here. And you guys being here for your first time, we've all been there. 8 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are now, and I was overwhelmed. I was nervous. I didn't know anybody. And by the end of it, you are just embraced in this almost like family feel. Everyone here is willing to help you. You see any of us with a volunteer badge, come find us, come ask us. We'll help guide you. We'll help in any way we can. And like I said, looking back 8 years ago, when I'm sitting where you're sitting now, and I look at the people who are also wearing these badges, they're not only peers, they're friends. And you're never going to be alone. So even saying that, I know some people come with, on their own, some people come with other colleagues from the organization. And whether you're here by yourself or with other colleagues, the main thing, mingle. Mingle and mix. Meet everybody you possibly can. That's the best, this is the best place for networking, and you're gonna just thrive by doing so. So when you're looking at, just say the app, I hope everyone downloaded their app, because that is fantastic. Take a look at it. See who you want to meet. See who, there's so many times we deal with people that we see on emails. We don't see in person. And this is your one opportunity where everybody's under the same roof. So take advantage of that. Socialize, network. You have, yes, the main stage sessions are fantastic. Yes, you have so many breakout sessions that sometimes you wish you could be in two places at once, and you can't. But that's the best thing about meeting people. You see who went to another session, and then you can brainstorm, take best practices, bring that back to your office after. But I would have to say one of the most fun reasons why people come to the GBTA conference is for the big night out. This is, and I say for the people who have been there before, no, you must attend that. And it's the best, it's laid back, it's easygoing, you meet so many people. It's like whether you're buyers, whether you're suppliers, everyone comes under, and we just have one big party and celebrate us. So it's a lot of fun. Also, there's so many, I'm trying to think, there's so much to do while you're here. It's great, and please don't be overwhelmed, don't be nervous, don't be shy. you definitely have to focus on networking, socializing, taking the best practices of what you learn and bringing it back to your organizations and then using them there. For the buyers, we do have after this, we do have a buyer roundtable, which is honestly one of my favorite events that we do here as well. So I know suppliers, I believe you have them as well, but for the buyers, honestly, it's closed door, whatever you say, we always joke, whatever happens in the room stays in the room, and we pretend it's Vegas. But yeah, but then, you don't know what goes on in there. But yeah, for me, that's another highlight of this event is that we have one at the beginning and we have one at the end. So at the beginning, you're not sure, you're asking a lot of questions, you get a feel of how it's going to run, but by the end, when we do our last buyer roundtable, we get to collaboratively talk about the meetings we went to, the speeches or the seminars, the speakers, what they were talking about, and then we can actually have those questions answered, and what are we going to go back to our organizations with, and how are we going to implement what we learned in these 3 days over the next year until we meet again. So anyways, don't be shy, socialize, meet everybody, and just have fun. And we're all here to help. So thank you. Thanks. I'm now going to introduce Stephen Anderson. Come on up.
Push that button. All right. So thank you very much, Deanna. So who is here as buyer? Who is here as supplier? I think a lot of what we do here, when I came in 5 years ago, we wanted to get involved in the GBTA. And if you come in with I'm going to sell, guns a-blazing kind of attitude, I think the best way to approach is relationships, as was said prior to me. I think relationships definitely is what drives GBTA. And you're going to notice that, as Deanna was just talking about, if you just need help with anything and you talk to anybody, they're going to point you in the right direction. A lot of the people that are buying, I'm labeled as a buyer. I'm also a supplier. And I find that a lot of the relationships that I've made here are happy to introduce you into their organizations if you're looking for either selling a service or trying to find a service. So ultimately, everybody here is a supplier to some degree or shape. The networking piece of it, if you are using the app that Deanna brought up, that's definitely going to help you out to know where to be and when to be. But again, whether we've got the volunteer button on or not, ask anybody. They're very helpful. Everyone will get you in the right direction. This venue is a lot more condensed than it has been landscape-wise as far as getting around the convention center in the previous years. So we did a tour this morning, and very easy to get around, so it's really focused. I think it's going to be a great venue for that and networking. Health and wellness is something that is top of mind, top of priority. So eat, drink, move around a lot. I know that's simple to say, but you may find yourself networking so much that you're going to realize you haven't even had anything to eat for a while. So take advantage of it. There's drink stations right outside the door here and down by the other breakout rooms, session rooms. So do take advantage of that. Other than that, Deanna covered everything really well. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to call back up Sue.
That was awesome. So, yeah, so I'm just going to say, exactly what Deanna and Stephen said. Make sure you look around. I know I've met a few first-timers already today, yesterday. I do encourage you to sit with some of our committee members, sit with some of our volunteers. If you have a question, nothing is too silly to ask. It doesn't matter how seasoned you are. We all have questions because everything's so new. Everything's constantly changing in this landscape. So, we might not know the actual answer, but we know enough to be dangerous or where to find that answer out. So I encourage you to talk to everyone. Come sit with us, sit with the board, sit with anyone you see. We're all friendly. We don't bite. We'd love to have a conversation with you. And enjoy your conference. So now we're going to introduce you to our friends at Hyatt Hotels to do an exercise with us.
So I'm a little, is this on? Nope. Steven. I'm a little like Deanna, I'm a bit short. Although I put heels on, so I'm a little taller, but, clicker? Ah,
Clickers.
thank you. Welcome, everybody. We are so pleased to be here. My name is Casey Hayter, and I'm part of the Global Sales Force. We call ourselves the Hyatt Sales Force, and I'm here with my colleague.
So my name is Anne-Marie Caro, and I'm with Casey.
We're together. We're going to ad-lib this a little bit. So just to start the networking, I want to have our team stand up. I'm going to start with Jamal. No introductions necessary. Jamal leads our Canadian field sales here in Canada. And then we have Paula from our Hyatt Regency in Calgary. Lucy from the Hyatt Regency in Toronto. I hope Violetta's here from our Park Hyatt in Toronto. Well, you can't miss her. She's gorgeous. Laura from the Andor House. Claire from the Hyatt Regency in Vancouver. I'm not sure if Trina's made it in from the Hyatt Place in Kelowna yet, but she's going to be on our booth. And then Dimitra from our Hyatt Place in Montreal. Familiar faces, that's what it's all about. So today we're going to kind of take you through, I didn't put a formal agenda up, we're going to take you through a little bit about us. And I know a lot of suppliers in the room, but listen, we're all here to sell each other and work with each other. We've got an amazing industry that we're in, so we're going to let you know a little bit more about us. We're going to take you through an icebreaker and then a bit of an installation. So that's where we're going to have you get up and kind of do something. And then we're going to leave time for networking. You get a chance to speak with the people at your table, but this really is about making a connection with everybody.
So first, maybe you are wondering what is on your chair. So the bags that are on your chairs are a gift from us to you. And those are travel bags, travel shoe bags that were made from the fabric of our Hyatt trade show booth, no longer in use. Yes. So we know that sustainability is very important to the GBTA community, and this is why we hope this upcycle gift will go with you on amazing adventures. And we wanted to have something that you can, a little piece of Hyatt that you can bring home with you tonight. In addition, when you're going to visit us at our Hyatt booth number 100, we will invite you to reuse your water bottle. So you can use our water station and get 500 World of Hyatt bonus points on us. So you can visit us every day and up to 1,000 World of Hyatt bonus points. So that's a good way to stay hydrated and get rewarded. First, we would like to share with you a video around World of Hyatt and how Be More Here. Be More Here will invite guests, customers, and members to lean into the transformative powers of travel and also how to be more present every day.
Welcome to a world where you can truly be. A world so thoughtful, so well-appointed in every detail and intention, that the collective feeling of being so utterly cared for somehow helped you be there even more. Welcome to the oh-so-delightful World of Hyatt, where your co-workers become your co-people. Where families live out stories to be told to great-grandkids. Where you fall in love all over again, to a level you didn't even know was humanly possible. And the most spectacular sights to be seen are rivaled only by the new sides to be seen of yourself. Because when you can finally be more present, be more proud, more mindful, more mama, more mermaid? Here in this very moment, in the world of Hyatt, you become something so much more too. World of Hyatt. Be more here.
Thank you so much. That's a new creative for us, actually. We've changed the world of Hyatt in terms of how we want people to be inspired, which is a little bit about what this whole session is going to be about. And I'm really happy that it resonates with who we are as a collective at Hyatt and how we want to welcome our guests. So our brands, we're growing. We've got about 1,400 hotels globally. In fact, we have doubled our luxury hotel rooms. We've tripled our resort rooms, and we've quadrupled our lifestyle rooms. So we're growing in ways bigger and broader than we've ever done in the past, thoughtfully. In Canada, we have about 20 hotels, and Jamal is the one that's probably got more knowledge than I do with this Canadian market, but we've got amazing product opening up in Port Elgin, which is my neck of the woods up near Sauble Beach. We've got a Hyatt Centric opening up in Victoria, a couple Hyatt places in Mississauga by the airport. So a lot of exciting things happening for us. We've got 28 brands globally. We're one of you. We've got lots of brands now, and really excited for our growth. Okay, so kind of the agenda. That's our information session. So we heard from a buyer in terms of what does GBTA mean, and since so many of us are suppliers in the room, this really is a great topic for us. So for us in Hyatt, we've only actually had a booth for about 2 years now. This is our second year. And you can't be in a better place. It's the best transient show in the country, and certainly the best place for us to connect on an annual basis with new Canadian customers, and really understanding what the business is for us and taking that back. We're an American company, and we have our Canadian side over here. So it really is a great way for us to listen to the buyers, what's going on, what are the trends, the policies, and bring that back to our folks in Chicago just to see how we do it differently here in Canada. We obviously want to grow our existing relationships, but more importantly, to some extent, especially with our growth and probably growth for so many of you, it's really important to meet new customers that might be in new areas. In-person networking. I mean, we're going to do this later today, and there's nothing better than being in person. We all had so many years of not being in person, so it's great to be back. Educate our team. So we talked a little bit about that. There's some great education at GBTA, so I assume you all picked your courses or the things that you want to listen into. I always learn something. There's always one takeaway that I leave home with, and I share it with our teams, our hotels. Not all of our hotels obviously can attend, and certainly our hotels that rely on, outbound Canadian business, they don't get a chance to be here, so we get to take that message out. And then, of course, we get a chance to share our brands and our growth with everyone here. So it's a big takeaway. I mean, you never want to do that hard sell. I think Steven said it earlier. But it is a really great way to connect with people and do the soft sell. And like a good Canadian fashion, we do the business afterwards. So enjoy the rest of the 2 days. That's what this is all about. Okay, so kind of two components on this. A little icebreaker. We're just going to do it at the table. Anne-Marie's going to take us through. We're just going to have about 10 minutes, maybe 15, depending how well this works. But we're going to ask you a little bit, some stuff. Anne-Marie will take us through it. And then it's a 5-minute table discussion, so you can kind of see what the topic means to you. And then for anyone brave enough to stand up, I'm already nominated Jamal, so that table is going to be standing up right away. But just to talk about some of your findings. And then the other part I need your help with, we're trying to do something special. We're trying to do a bit of a movement, create an installation, if you will. So I'll tell you a story. A couple years ago in 2019, we had a little vacation booked as a family, but we couldn't really afford a second holiday. We were lucky enough to have one. So we decided to take a trip to Texas. So we drove, the four of us, in a Civic to Texas. We are CAA members. Anyway, so as we were driving, we went to a mall. We had to go to the bathroom. We went into the ladies' room on a random lady floor section. But we walked into this bathroom, and there were just beautiful notes of inspirations that other women wrote to us that they'll never see. And it was really quite beautiful and meaningful. And we talked earlier about wellness and how you take yourself through the rest of the 2 days of conference. We want to set that intention. So in front of you, you have sticky notes. And we'd like you have to do this. There's a lot of people in this room. This could be really awesome if we all do this. But just write a note, something that you would like to say to yourself, something you would like to say to somebody else, maybe something that you just want to read. We're going to ask you to put it up on the back or the front. And write your name on the back, because we do have 2 gifts of honor that we're going to give to people. That's just our globalists. So next time you have a stay with us, we can make sure that we take care of you like a globalist. But we really want to create a little bit of an installation. So I do ask that you do that just over the course of the next 5 minutes. Any questions on that? A little note of beautifulness. Stick it on a wall. Not too complicated. Okay, I'm going to hand over Anne-Marie to go for the icebreaking.
Yes, so at Hyatt, our purpose is to care for people so they can be their best. So we really believe that well-being is the ideal, ultimate realization of our purpose. We are placing it at the heart of all our programs and our brands every day. For the well-being of our colleagues, our customers, our guests, and owners, we have invested in a vast collection of experiences, collaborations, and also a vast offerings across our hotel portfolio worldwide. We recognize that well-being is personal. It may be different for everyone, which is why we are committed to putting you and what matters the most to you at the center of what we do. Our experiences are designed to meet you where you are, foster connections with oneself and also with the people around you, and enhance also your emotional, physical, and mental well-being, whether it be at home or while traveling. So today, what we'd like to know or discuss at the table is which of the 4 pillars that you are most represent the type of travel when you're gonna seek what you're going to seek in your next trip. So are you going to seek, something to collaborate and meet people, connections? Are you going to be more on the creative side? You want to do like music, or you want to do some arts? Are you going to be more into, restoration of your body, or yoga, or like horseback riding, or maybe explore a new territory? There are different ways that you can relax and you can define what is well-being. So this is the conversation that we'd like to have at the table today. In your next travel, what are you going to seek?
Mine's Prosecco. Take 5 minutes. We'll come back to you, and we'll come back to Jamal's table. And anyone else that's brave enough that wants to share what wellness means to you, we'll call on you as well. So enjoy the conversation and how you're going to take care of yourself over the next day and a half. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Anne Marie, just so she can tell her story, and then we're going to go to Jamal's table. And then if there's anyone brave enough, we'll run over to you.
So for the one who knows me, I'm a big traveler, and every time I have an opportunity, I would travel to a new destination. And this is a way for me to recharge and get inspired. So when I travel, I'm really looking to immerse myself in the destination that I'm traveling to and try to connect with the locals and not to have a plan. So it's a very big exercise of surrendering to the environment, because I'm a project person. I like to organize everything. So when I travel, I try not to expect anything and just welcome and embrace what comes to me as a person or a destination. So this is my way to have a meaningful experience when I travel.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm just going to read off this. Our table team here did a really good job in explaining what they do, or at least try to do, whenever they travel. So in terms of traveling with kids to provide that experience that you had when you get to travel, that was one of them. Looking for great food options. Who's a foodie? I mean, those are opportunities right there. As I can tell, in the moment, put your phone down sometimes. Just try and figure out what it is that you really want to focus on, and be in the moment. Relax. Someone said with no kids, and so that's obviously important too as well. Relaxation of the mind in terms of culture. Try and find a location that you've never been before. Experience somebody else's life. Try and do that. And then myself, traveling with friends and family has been always important. And I said more so towards the friend side, because I do travel with my family a bit, but I yet to see my friends after having kids and a family. So try and get out with my friends a little bit more. Backpacking was one of the other options that you could have, and then being in the moment as well. So, when I travel quite a bit for work. I tend to focus on being in the moment with folks like yourself, trying to meet new people, trying to be something for everyone. But in the same moment, I shut down at a certain point and I just want to have a glass of wine and maybe binge watch something so that it's done. So that was from our table. So thank you so much. Anybody else? All right.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up again, if anyone can see me. I'll get on your shoulders. So our table, basically, surprisingly enough, had a common theme of finding ourselves, whether that's going away and unplugging and just getting away from life and finding yourself again, to surprisingly a lot of solo trips and traveling by yourself and finding yourself again. So it was pretty interesting. We had culture, where you go to a city, you don't have a plan, you don't do research, you just plop yourself in the middle and figure it out and roll with the punches. And that's just a nice, relaxing way to spend your vacation. Anyone else?
Someone down there.
Here.
Where was that hand? There we go.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So we had a combination of things as well. We had some people who enjoy exploring, and then we had a few who were really into working out. So they wanted to go somewhere where they could hike or explore the environment in that way. We had a few who loved restoration when traveling without their children. And then we had a few who loved exploration when traveling with their family. So again, like other tables, a mixture of who they're traveling with, and then different reasons for when they travel. But we had a really good combination of different answers as well.
Anybody else?
Yeah, at our table, the consensus was, I guess, culture and community, just immersing yourself in the area you are. You don't get to go to these places too often. So especially when traveling for work, not get bogged down with the day to day. Got to be at the next meeting. Just enjoy it, experience the history of where you are, and just enjoy the moment you're in. Who's next? Who's with me?
There we go. Excuse me. Sorry.
Thank you. This is Rashid with Canadian Business Owner magazine. Our table also had a mix of different options, definitely exploring and also giving ourselves time to settle in when we go to a new place, and also not to be so much interested in guided tours, more like discovering and enjoying getting lost. And personally, for me, when I travel, I'd like to connect with people for sure, but also connect to possibilities on what's next. Thank you. And yeah.
There we go. Frank.
Hey everybody, Frank Harrison, World Travel Protection. I just volunteered my table. So we started on the premise of safety, finding that safe place where you can relax, unplug, and that led into a conversation around those unexpected tempos when you step into a hotel or accommodations, and how you're met and how that sets the rest of your trip. And then I'm going to volunteer you to tell your part because yours was cool.
Thank you. My name is Ashish from the Oakville Rolls-Royce Hotel. Yeah, I was sharing an experience where after entering to the hotel, you feel to basically, oh, you feel like it's a wellness hotel. Let's start exploring that hotel. Then you decide, okay, let me have a massage. Then you go for next therapy. You come for some agenda, but you end up having a different agenda. So that is the experience what I've shared. But after having a couple of wellness experience in the hotel, I like to have that path. So yeah, that's my point. Thank you.
You want to jump in? He forgot to mention there was tequila involved in there. Thank you.
That's amazing. There's reoccurring themes, right? Understanding the culture you're in, immersing. Oh, do we have another volunteer? I'll take a time to plug. So our World of Hyatt loyalty program is Discoverist, Explorist, and Globalist. And isn't that what we've all just talked about? If we discover the destination, then we explore it, and then we become a global citizen.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Pascal. I'm the newbie. I'm from Montreal, Hotel Bonaventure. Just wanted to say, for me, for us, my family, we've experienced a divorce a few years ago, and our beautiful daughters, 12 and 14, just kept saying, you know, Mom, Dad, why do we have to do separate vacations all the time? So we figured, why not just try and do a vacation, you know, even though we're divorced, you know, we can just put the past behind us and have an experience with the children. So we tried it last year. It was amazing. And then we're going again this year, and we're totally going very far. We're planning to go to Morocco to try something different, but also to be able to, you know, teach the kids about new cultures, try new foods, and both be available and bring something to the table for our children. So yeah, I consider this part of the wellness and the mindfulness of the well-being of our children. So, and I think I'm not the only one. I've heard this also. Some couples, you know, divorced couples have started to do that. So maybe it's a new trend in the industry.
That's so beautiful. We'll end on that note, but we didn't know that we had a rock star, Gwyneth Paltrow, right? Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband from, what was Coldplay? They did that. Okay, so we're going to leave this time now for networking. We lost a little Post-it notes. But if you've got any Post-it notes, stand up, walk around, get to know people. We've got about 10 or 15 minutes, I think. 10 or 15 minutes? 10 minutes? 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So good exercise to walk up and put your sticky note up, but then connect with someone that's not at your table. So thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for GBTA for allowing us to do this.
We'll take some pictures.
Yeah, take some pictures of people, some selfies.